Welcome to the Fight SZN Podcast. I'm Andrew. Got the co-host Jesse here.
That's me.
Our researcher Dante and our sound engineer Christian. What's cracking?
What up?
What up? Happy Monday, bro. You have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend. UFC 283 was a good card. It was fun to watch.
Who did you watch it with?
I watched it by myself.
I thought you were at your boy. You didn't go to your boy's house? Or no?
Oh, no. Sorry, you're right. I don't know why I said that. I've had a few too hard kombuchas. I was watching with my buddies.
See, I'm sharp.
I apologize. I rewatched it by myself. I watched the highlights. I watched a couple of buddies out in Malibu. Good card. Congratulations to Jamal Hill, and shout out to Glover Teixeira on an incredible career.
In Malibu, you dropped it so nonchalantly. Does your fan have a big crib in Malibu?
He lives in a trailer in Paradise Cove now, but it's a fancy rich person trailer.
Really?
Yeah.
What do those trailers go for? Because usually a trailer, like, I didn't know Malibu had trailer parks. So
it's like kind of like track housing. It's It's basically like they basically just, you know how like some houses will just be moved in sections.
Right.
It's like that. They move it in on a truck, and but it's in Paradise Cove. Like Minnie Driver lives there, and Andrew Garfield lives there. A bunch of celebrities.
But they
live
don't
there.
have trailer homes.
They do. They're basically like summer homes basically for celebrities. It's almost like a
Jesse Rose breaking news here. So Andrew Garfield, he's a legit celebrity.
Should I bleep this when I'm talking about it?
No, Minnie Driver. It's interesting. They have trailer park homes.
We played tennis with Andrew Garfield with Spider-Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We were playing tennis, and then he was there, and we had to. He wasn't signed up at the time we were signed up at.
He beat you, right?
We lobbed it around. We didn't actually play a game. We just sort of rallied with him for a second. And
I'm seeing that one of these trailers is $2.4 million.
Correct.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So these are fancy trailers.
So it's not just like trailers.
These are like you buy. This is what like rich people buy is like I'm gonna go spend a weekend in Paradise Cove type of deal. Yeah. Kind of what it is.
So Malibu Trailer Park, we got your trailer starting at $2.4 million.
Yeah, but my buddy lives there. Like his dad is a doctor, and Mike Sisto.
Yeah.
He literally lives there,
okay.
And he rents it for like something like $1,200 a month or something, like ridiculous price that he gets from his dad. So,
so what happened against Andrew Garfield?
We were playing tennis. We had
he rallied him.
We had reserved time on the tennis court there in Paradise Cove, and Andrew Garfield was there with his buddy. They were playing. We had to kick him off the court. So I kicked Spider-Man. I kicked his ass to the curb, bro. Nice. But we had to be friendly, to be nice about it. We rallied with him for like 10 minutes. So
what does rally mean?
You don't want to know, brother.
I rallied with him.
To be friendly. He rallied.
I'm straight off rallying with Andrew Garfield. I'll beat his ass in tennis, so real talk.
Oh, yeah.
But we do have a special guest on the Fight SZN Podcast today. We've got lightweight division stud of the UFC, Jalin Turner.
Tight.
He's an absolute beast, and we got an interview with him. You want to check it out. Stay tuned. We're right back.
Shout out Jalin. He's the man. 5-fight winning streak. You don't fuck around with Turner.
Let's go.
Anyways, cool. All right, cool. Jalin coming soon. Let's go. Yeesh. Welcome to the Fight SZN Podcast. We're joined here by UFC lightweight, number 10 ranked lightweight in the world, Jalin Turner. What's cracking, bro?
Not much, man. Just chilling.
Chilling. I see you with the Ruka sweater on. Ruka's tight as hell.
I always gotta rep the brand, man.
Hey, are you about to go train tonight or what? You're practicing?
Yeah, I'm going down to Ruka tonight. It's like 6 p.m.
Now, but before we started recording here, you mentioned you're a little tired. What is like your pre-training routine? Do you drink a little coffee? Are you like a black coffee guy? Do you do an energy drink? Are you just all natural?
Energy drink.
Oh, you do a little energy drink?
Pre-workout.
A little pre-workout? Like a little creatine or something? Or like what's your go-to pre-workout?
Sweet Sweat has a pre-workout that I use a lot, so that's one of my favorites.
You just take it down like an hour, maybe on the drive there, like an hour before.
Yep.
Anyways, for the fight fans out there, Jalen's on a 5-fight win streak. You're rehabbing it. How's the injury? Are you fully healed now?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I've been waiting to get some on the books right now.
Right. I know you're probably anxious to fight. Who is the guy out there? Who is the guy that Jalin Turner wants? You're ranked number 10. Do you want the number 9 guy, the number 8 guy? Because the number what Drew Dober's 14? Is Drew?
Yeah,
Dober?
I think so.
Who does Jalin Turner want?
Should we working on Dan Hooker? So let's see what goes on with
Dan
that.
Hooker.
Oh wow. For which card? Would it be like one of the pay-per-views or?
Yeah, I think what's next? 285, right?
Yeah, no, 284 in Australia.
No, after that.
That's 285 in Vegas.
285. The John Jones card.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, nice. Is Dan Hook? Is that in the works for now? You versus Dan Hooker?
Yeah. We're waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting on us a little confirmation, and we're good.
Oh shit, I love that. Two rangy guys. That'd be a good ass fight.
It'll be a good one, Yeah, they've been saying that my last 5 fights, so it's gonna be a good one. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you get through that one. You're on the 5-fight win streak. You win your fight at 285. That's 6 fights. How many more fights do you get that title shot?
I don't know. That's up to the UFC, but they keep lining them up. I'm gonna keep knocking them down.
Yeah, that's what's up. I wanted to ask you because you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu?
Brown belt.
Brown belt. Who do you think in your division has the best grappling, best jiu-jitsu? Because everyone's a big fan of your jiu-jitsu. You're always submitting guys. That's why they don't call you the tarantula for nothing. But
that's right. Shoot, jiu-jitsu wise, the best jiu-jitsu in the division, I'd probably say Oliveira has the best jiu-jitsu, but overall grappling, I say Islam has the best grappling.
Oh wow, I like that. Pretty humble guy. You put them both above your own.
I mean, yeah. There's levels to everything in life. So if I don't have something I'm working towards getting better at, then I'd already have the belt.
Yeah, that's what's up. So Oliveira for the best jiu-jitsu at lightweight, and Islam for the best grappling.
Yeah,
love that. Now that is the next pay-per-view, Islam versus Volkanovski, UFC 284 in Australia, main event. Who's Jalin Turner picking for that one?
Oh man, I think Islam's gonna take it, but I'm not counting out Volk at all. You know what I mean? Volk has a lot of in and out game. He has a lot of striking advantages. People think because he's smaller, it's going to be a disadvantage for him. But I think on the feet, it's going to be a big advantage for him because he's going to be able to throw those looping overhand rights, get in on the boxing, get in on the inside, and then be able to disengage a little bit faster than the normal size opponents that Islam is used to. But on the flip side, as soon as Islam grabs a hold of that man, it's gonna be a tough fight for Volk. So it's a stylistic matchup. So we'll see who plays their style better.
It's interesting you say that because is that where you would see like one of the few weaknesses that Islam does have would be the stand up in the boxing?
Of course.
Yeah.
You put him in a kickboxing match against me, and it's not going well.
Oh, there we go.
We fight MMA, you know what I mean? So,
right.
You put me in a wrestling match against him, he's going to have the upper hand. So, I'm well aware of what it is. It is what it is.
But if that fight stays standing, you've got the upper hand.
Yeah, no, yeah, like it's child's play in my opinion.
Oh.
So Islam versus Volkanovski, your pick is Islam.
Yeah. What
about you? What do you got, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's going to be Islam, but yeah, I mean, I agree with you about the size disadvantage. I maybe Islam's striking, his boxing is a little underrated, but just based on what I saw against Oliveira. But I agree. I mean, if it goes to the ground, I think Islam's going to win. And but I would, what you did say, I do want to see that fight. Is that a fight that you're? How long do you think? Or I guess we already asked that. But so, if you fought Islam right now, you think you'd be ready for him?
Man, I'll fight whoever I got to fight. But me being honest with myself and the world, I think I need a little bit more time to be able to slay the dragon. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and be macho and be like, oh yeah, I can beat him right now. Like, if we had to fight, we'd have to fight. I'm not gonna say no, but I think a little bit more preparation will put the stamp on everything.
Yeah, to me, you're the biggest. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you're good.
No, to me, you're the biggest lightweight. You're the biggest 155-pound in the division. You're my dark horse to be champion by the end of the year, just so you know. I think you'll find a way. I think Dana knows what's up. You beat Dan Hooker. You're on a 6-fight win streak, and Dana finds a way to plug you into a championship fight. And I just think you're too big, too long, too rangy, and you got good coaches over there. Ruka, you're working with Perillo, and then I know you like to.
I work with Anthony Gonzalez.
Oh, Anthony Gonzalez, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you like to go all across the United States and train in different. Sometimes you go to New Jersey. Is that correct?
Yeah, my coach is out here from New Jersey right now, so he's been out here the last 3 weeks. So we've been just getting ready, just staying sharp. He's my ace in the hole to being champion right now. So yeah,
Anthony Gonzalez?
Nah, Ozzy Dubalugla.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ozzy, is that your jiu-jitsu or your striking coach?
He's my grappling coach.
Your grappling coach. That's what's up.
So he does it all. He's a black belt. I don't know who he's a black belt under. I always forget. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He used to fight for himself. He fought for World Series of Fighting. He was a 55 years of lightweight. I actually met him training at Jackson Wink Academy, and I sparred with him in front of John Jones, and I was like, man, bro, he took me down. I couldn't get up. I was like, bro, I was like, how did you do that? What? I was like, what is going on here? So we always talk about that story every time we like meet up or like discuss how we cross paths. So that's how we met.
Now he's your coach.
John Jones on the ground. Now he's my coach.
Oh, you saw him hold John Jones on the ground?
Oh, me.
Oh,
he did
you.
That to me in front of John.
Yeah, in front of John. Now, what's up with John? Have you talked to John lately?
No, I ain't talked to John in years, man.
In years. Why not? Is he just like a recluse? You're a tarantula?
Nah, we just like after I stopped going to Jackson, like we just didn't like keep in touch or nothing. Like that was it. Just everything just started like fading off.
Yeah. Now you might end up on his card versus Dan Hooker.
Right.
Who are you picking in that main event? Cyril Gane or John Jones?
I'm going with Jones, bro. Come on, man.
You're going with Jones. I mean, that's my goat. Is that your goat too, John Jones?
John is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, right? I mean, he's never lost. He had one fluke loss, but that was no decision, no contest, whatever.
Yeah, and he fought everybody and claimed his division. So I mean, it's hard to dispute him being the greatest of all time for sure.
I'm only a little worried because Gane is so big. You know what I mean? So,
I think he has. I'm not counting Gane out at all. Like I'm not like saying that, but Jones is a gamer. He's gonna figure out a way to win.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can sit here and ask you questions all day, but I do want to give my co-host an opportunity here. We got our guy Dante over here too, our researcher.
What up, Jalin?
What's up?
He's not on camera, but
yeah, he's sitting in the corner with the laptop like a little weirdo. He researches shit for us. You got anything for Jalin, Dante?
Man, can I ask tarantula questions? Or?
Ask whatever you want to ask.
Because I'm interested in that.
Jalin, you ever bring any tarantulas to the fights? Like put them in some seats as like moral support?
Nah, I'm not that corny, bro.
I know, but you do have tarantulas at home, right? I've seen them on your Instagram, right?
Well, yeah, I got tarantulas. I don't know if you can hear my cats. I got cats right now.
You got pit bulls too.
Yeah, I got a pit bull and an American bully.
How did you get into tarantulas? Is one of the names of them Metallica? Did I read that on your Instagram correctly?
Yeah, Poecilotheria metallica.
Okay. How did you get into owning tarantulas or keeping them as pets?
Oh man, I had a little fear of them at one point. I started having a little fear of spiders in general, and I was just like, man, I wasn't like that as a kid. I hung out with some friends that hated spiders, and I was like, you know what? Like, I was at to the point where like my mom or my sister would ask me to like kill a spider in the house, and I was like creeped out about it. I was like, nah, like that's not how I am. So like a couple years later, fast forward, I ended up buying one as a pet. Like, let me just get over this fear. So I just jumped right in. I got one. I was freaked out, took it home. I watched it drink water, and I was like, oh, shoot, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? And then I took it out, and I was like messing with it. I tried to hold it, and then it let me hold it, and I was like, oh, this thing's chill. I was like, oh, this, like, I was like completely like misunderstood, and I was just hooked after that.
Do they bite or no? Or, well, I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Everything. Are you still scared of other spiders? Like you're just cool with tarantulas, but like a black widow or something would freak you out?
Man, I was hoping nobody ever asked me this question.
That's how it's a good one.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes little house spiders or little black spiders, like they still kind of creep me out a little bit. But like I'm not like afraid of them, but they creep me out just a tiny bit. Like I still get the heebie-jeebies sometimes.
But you seem like you're cool with tarantulas. Is it like to the point where like you can just knock out and fall asleep and you just let them roam your body, or is that too crazy?
Man, look, tarantulas are different. They're like furry and like I don't know how to explain it. Like they're furry. Their legs aren't thin and like creepy, like it's different. They're you can tell they're like a pet. Like they're cool.
Yeah.
What was the most you paid for one? Are they pretty expensive? They go in the hundreds or thousands?
Just hundreds. I think the most I paid was like 500.
Oh, 500 for a tarantula. Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like your cat is pretty. Is he hungry? What's going on?
Man, look, she wants to get out, and if I take her out, she's gonna be crawling all over everything and all over me in the video. So I just put her over there.
Got it.
So.
I have 2 cats. I'm a cat guy, cat dad.
Oh yeah, I got 2 Sphinx cats.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, mine are like I don't know the breed.
Yeah, Jesse likes to let his cats roam all over him in bed. So
I do.
That's why we do this in the studio and not from home.
It's actually pretty gross. My cats go outside and then they go inside all over the counters and stuff. It's not good.
Yeah, my boy cat, he what's they call it? He sprays. So So I'm like, nah, bro, you're standing there from time. Like unless I got like my eyes completely on him, like I don't let him free roam.
He sprays what, like urine or?
Yeah, like he pisses.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like just a thing like male cats do if they're intact, they still have their balls or whatever.
Yeah, if they're not fixed, yeah.
And there's always 2 type of pets people. I'm the guy who leave all animals outside. He leaves all animals inside. Are you inside and outside or?
It depends on the animal, but like my dogs are always inside. They earn that. They're chilling. They come right now. They're asleep. So I take my dogs everywhere I go. But when I get like a big yard and a big house, like they'll be outside more, but they still gonna sleep inside with me.
I see you train pit bulls. Is that something that like, because obviously pit bulls are, you can train for dogs for agility classes and stuff like that. Like what sort of, what do you train your dogs to do? Because I've just noticed that you're really into it. Like you're wearing those big jackets so that the pit bulls, you can like train them and their jaw strength and everything. How did you get into that?
So my best friend is a professional dog trainer, Chris Sykes. So I've been knowing him for like 8 years, almost 10 years, right? And I've always been into dogs. I've loved animals. Like I'm an animal guy. So
yeah.
I had some dogs that were like one of them was really bad. Like he hated other dogs. And I was like, hey bro, like help me train him. And he also does MMA too. So I met him at the gym and then I was like, bro, like you train dogs, like help me with my dog. So start training with him. He helps me out with my dog. My dog's still like crazy, dog aggressive. We like figure out some stuff, and then fast forward, I get all into like watching him do obedience and his like Malinois and the protection sports that he does and training. And I was like, oh shoot, like I want a dog like that. But I've always like favored pit bulls. I've always loved pit bulls. I didn't want to get a game dog because my kid's mom at the time, she wanted her little golden doodle. So I was like, I'm not gonna get a game dog, deal with dog aggression. So I ended up going with American bullies. And I just had like a bunch of like rough patches, like figuring out my whole route with training. I had a Dogo Argentino. That dog ended up being a failure. I ended up giving him to some family friend.
Wasn't listening to you or what?
Yeah. So like, here's the thing people don't like understand about like working dogs. It's like every dog can't do it. You know what I mean? Like people think like, oh my gosh, like why would you do this to your dog? Why would you get rid of your dog? Like yeah, it's a bond, but it's like not everybody can be a fighter. It's the same thing. Like right. I can take any kid off the street and try to put him in the gym, and he's not gonna excel because it's not what he's.
No, I totally get. I'm not one of those people. If your dog's not meeting your standards, kick him to the vet or to the dog pound. You know what I mean?
Not the pound.
No, find them a new.
Sorry about that. Yeah. I don't want PETA attacking me. Hey, real quick, I know you got to get to training. Let's get back to the fight game here. You have Drew Dober calling you out. Is that a fight you want or no?
Man, I called my manager before he even got out the octagon. Asked for that fight. I didn't hear nothing about it.
He did say what he said in that post fight after he knocked out Bobby Green. He said. He called out Jalin Turner and he said, "I would love those problems." Were his exact words. Does Drew Dober in fact want those problems?
He does not want those problems. Because I tried to give it to him and I didn't hear nothing. So, like for me, I thought that shit was so corny because he calls me out and then every interview after that he's talking about Michael Chandler. Like, bro, if you're gonna say somebody's name, stick to the topic. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like. Oh, I love a Michael Chandler fight. Michael Chandler, if the fans want me to fight
Go for
Michael Chandler, I'm like, bro, like, you didn't really want this fight. You got your hype. You know what I mean? And then you let it get to your head, and you're trying to ride your hype and try to fight and jump and skip these lines. Like, bro, like that's not how the game goes. You know what I mean? Like, you've been in the UFC much longer than I have been, and I've achieved more than you. So you're calling me out trying to steal my hype, bro. Like, and then you're gonna ask for Chandler, like, bro, like it makes no sense. Like, make it make sense to me. You know what I mean? And then I ask for the fight, like I don't hear anything about it. So I was like, whatever.
Right. Now Dan Hooker is a UFC veteran. How do you see that fight playing out between you two?
Bro, I mean, it'll be a good fight. I see myself getting my hand raised at the end of the night, no matter how it comes. I'm getting my hand raised.
I like that, confident, and you're laughing because you're not going to pick Dan. I get it. You know what I mean? You're going to pick yourself, but in what fashion? Are you finishing Dan, or is it? You think you submit him?
I'm finishing everybody, bro.
I love that. See, like that's the confidence. That's why I love Jalin Turner.
Yeah.
Finishing everybody.
He's the man.
This guy's your official height is what? 6'1",
6'3".
6'3". This guy's a monster. 155.
Yeah, a lot of people do say that you long term you might be too big for the weight class. What do you have to say to people? Do you see yourself maybe moving up to welterweight one day, or do you think you'll stay in lightweight?
I've been fighting at lightweight my entire career. I fought as an amateur at 145, so I'm not too big for the division. You know what I mean? People see a frame and think, oh, you're huge. Like, no, I'm long and lanky. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go past 185 ever in my life. Like, I've been past that like one time in my life.
Okay, so making 55 is no big deal.
Making 55 is a custom for me. You know what I mean? Like, your favorite 55er that's 5'8" is probably 190 right now. You know, like, get that through your head. So that's, you know, it's the name of the game. Everybody's cutting weight. Everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I make weight. I don't have a problem making weight. So I'm going to stay where I'm comfortable at.
You heard him loud and clear. 55s.
That's what's up.
For the future for Jalin Turner. I like that. You are the number 10 ranked lightweight. Who is the easiest work in the top 10, in your opinion?
Sure.
I know you think. I know you think someone in that top 10 is easy work. Who is it?
Bro, I'm fighting them all, so I mean, it don't matter to me.
Who's the easiest work? Personally, hey, look, from a media perspective, I think it's Michael Chandler, but I'll let you answer that. Just because he's up there in age, you know, and he's been through too many wars. No disrespect, but I think he's probably the easiest work. But
nah, I agree. Him, I don't think it would be easy work for other people, but I think Benil would be a good stylistically for me. I feel like I take that fight. Yeah.
Oh, stylistically. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Stylistically, yeah. He's a tough fight. Like, everybody in the top 10 is tough, obviously, but
right.
I feel like my game is bad for his game. You know.
Now, when can we expect this Dan Hooker fight to be announced, or are you announcing it here on the Fight SZN Podcast?
I'm waiting to sign a contract, so I'm not announcing nothing until a contract is officially signed, and nothing has been signed. So this is just hearsay from this at this point.
So according to Jalin Turner, the fight is official. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you, bro. Hey, well, Jalin Turner, listen, we love you here at Inside Fighting. You're the man. We really appreciate your time, and hopefully we see you on that John Jones card.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, of course.
So you and I share a lot in common. I was a skateboarder for a good chunk of my early years. If you had to give up one of these things, your tarantulas, your pit bulls, or skateboarding the rest of your life. No, I'm not gonna make you choose.
Oh man, I was gonna say.
But yeah, so are you ever gonna roll out to the ring on your skateboard?
You know, it's funny. Like, I get asked that often, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, man, I gotta have like some main event points or something, and I'll be like, all right, I'm like, Dana, let me do this. Like, let me just do it one time, bust a little tray flip before I get to the octagon. If I fail, fuck it, just keep walking and get in and do my thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for it.
They don't want you to risk injury on your way out into the ring, or to the octagon.
That is true.
Hey,
but they also didn't want me to weigh in with a tarantula, so sometimes they better ask for forgiveness and permission.
That's right.
Facts. Hey, but you know, in 2023, we have a lot of fighters bounce around and they practice their different martial arts at different gyms. What is your home gym, Ruka?
Yeah, I'm at Ruka primarily, and then I also train at Millennia. Yeah.
You ever train with Luke Rockhold? He announced he's coming back to, you know, his retirement's over.
Oh yeah, is he?
Yeah.
He comes back. All right. Yeah, I train with Luke. I haven't trained with him. I trained with him like twice since my elbow surgery. Not the last time, but the time before I sparred with him, I was like I think maybe 3 weeks out of rehab or into rehab, and I threw a punch at him and I hyperextended my arm and I just crumpled over in pain. It was terrible. So I stopped sparring for a little bit after that.
The reason I ask is because I feel like Ruka's one of the least. Like, I think people need to talk about it more as a serious MMA gym, because you have Jalin Turner's at Ruka, Luke Rocco trains there, Cheeto Vera, Mackenzie Dern. Am I missing anyone?
Those are the biggest names that we got here now.
I mean, it's a pretty serious MMA gym down there in Orange County, in Costa Mesa.
Yeah, we're coming up, man. But it's because it's private. We're low key. We're like everybody. Everybody can't eat with us, so that's why.
Yeah. Hey, Tatiana Suarez. I know you know who she is. She's making her return at 125. Is she the future champ at that division? You think she beats Valentina?
Oh, Valentina, man, she's something else. But I feel like Tatiana has the grappling accolades to do it. But it's the striking where I like make it interesting.
She's the female Khabib. I mean, I'm also picking her to be a future champ. I don't think anyone's stopping her wrestling.
Her takedown. Yeah,
I think she take down anyone and just hold them down and do what she wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, are you got time for another hour, Jalin? No, I'm just looking. All right. No.
I wish I could.
We're here with Jalin Turner. We got a live look at his reptiles here.
No, reptiles, insects. Are spiders insects? No, they're not. They're technically, right? Arachnids. I apologize.
Right. Yeah. I call them a reptile. Let me see that one.
Which one is that? Yeah.
This is my pinto.
Oh, wow.
It's dope.
A little small one.
Right. How many you got?
I got like 4 in here. I got 1 right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Damn. Hey, you really live up to that nickname. You're not playing with the tarantulas.
Yeah, I cut down a lot.
Does your wife trip on the tarantulas or no?
Nah, she doesn't care.
She doesn't care. So Jalin the Tarantula Turner has at least 7 in his house right now at all times.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, Jalin,
that is dope. What is that? Is that an iguana?
Bearded dragon.
Bearded dragon?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you said you paid $500 for a tarantula once. Is there like a big tarantula market? Is that like a thing? Or like spiders in general?
Yeah, there's a few that are pretty expensive as adults. The blue one that I posted the other day, those, when they first arrived in the pet trade, they were upwards of like $2,000 to get one.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
So now they're about $350, $400 to get an adult female though.
Are you going to get in the tarantula breeding business? Like some people breed dogs, you breed tarantulas and sell them for high prices?
I did all that already.
Oh, okay.
Jalin Turner is an experienced animal.
I see an incredible opportunity for like a UFC reality show here with Jalin Turner and his arachnids and his pets. I see an opportunity here.
I mean, possibly one day. There's my king snake over there.
Oh,
California king snake?
Yeah, she's right there chilling.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Beautiful
I didn't take her out, but the cats are out.
Oh, do the cats attack the snake?
Or vice versa?
I just don't like them interacting with each other.
Or does the snake attack the
She would. She'd try to defend herself for sure. But the cats get curious and then they like to mess with the critters and shit. So
yeah.
Hey, is this part of your daily routine? You have to feed him daily, or does your wife help you out with that? Can they go 24 hours without food, or what type of routine?
Yeah, everything I own besides my dogs and my cats go 24 hours without food.
Okay, cool. They're like fasting.
Yeah, so like Bearded Dragon has to eat pretty much every day. So I feed her roaches, crickets, and her greens. And then tarantulas I feed like ever so often. You know what I mean? As long as they have water, they're good. I just make sure they're full unless I like go on a trip or something. That's it. And then my snake I feed once a week. They're super easy, low maintenance animals. So it's like it's easy.
You feed the snake mice? Is that what?
Yeah, I feed them mice.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like you used to work at a Petco or something, man. You'd be great in the...
Man, I applied at this local pet store called Elliot's. I applied there so many times and I didn't get hired. And
they hated on you? That's crazy.
Man, they killed me. I was like, why wouldn't y'all hire me? But it was like a blessing in disguise. You know?
How many years ago was this?
I was like 18. It was like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Elliot's didn't know they had a future UFC champ trying to apply there.
Yeah, but they show me love now. When I go in there, they do like cooking it up, give me free stuff here and there because I've been around since I've been going there since I was like 8 years old.
Like, here's a free tarantula.
Is there a dream tarantula you want out there, and how much does it cost?
Nah, I don't have a dream. I've had pretty much every species I've wanted, so nothing excites me right now. I'm not into it like I used to be.
Oh, okay. Is there an emotional attachment to these tarantulas? Like if I accidentally stepped on one, are we getting down? Are we fighting? Or
yeah, we're fighting.
Oh,
yeah.
we got to.
Oh, see, that's crazy. See, I don't get those. I mean, maybe if someone kicked my dog, I'd be pissed off.
Oh, if somebody.
No, people get real emotionally. I sound like an asshole here. They get emotionally attached to their animals. But if someone kicked my dog, we're fighting for sure. But a tarantula,
I don't get emotionally attached to them like that. It's just more about like, yeah, I just would take that as disrespect, and then we have to fight.
Yeah.
Well, like some people see their pets as their kids. Like, do you see your tarantula and your bitter dragon as like your kid? Okay. I'm just saying, like some people like
corny question number one.
Corny question.
All right.
Number one. That's
no, number two. That was for me. That was number two. That was number two. Yeah.
Hey, all right, Jalin. Thank you for joining us on the Fight SZN Podcast, though, man. Have a good training session.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're gonna how many times are you trying to fight in 2023?
At least 3, man. Shoot, I wanted to do 3 last year, but I got injured.
Yeah.
I was injured right before that stupid Brad fight, and that set me back. So hopefully
you want a big year, 3.
March. Yeah, I want 3. Get March. You know, get this one in. See, told you.
There's the Sphinx.
Get this one in.
Yeah.
And then probably address that Dober situation or move up, fight someone in the top 5, and then one more at the end of the year, however it goes.
That's what's up.
Hey, before next time we do this, you come on. You got to come into studio and bring some of your tarantulas, and we can.
I'm straight up.
Meet them face to face. I'll do it. I'm a man. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
Can you show us your cat real quick? Is that a cat or is it a Sphinx or the same thing?
It's a cat.
Sphinx cat.
Sphinx.
It's beautiful.
So, not to be immature here. I'm actually pretty mature, but is it fair to call that a shaved pussy? Is that like a fair?
It's laser hair removed.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. Brazilian waxed Sphinx cat.
Hey, good luck at training, bro. I probably won't even fucking include that. I appreciate you. Thank you, bro. Yeah. Love you. Sorry for all the questions.
Yeah, peace out, bro. Thank you.
You're just too fun, so I just keep firing questions. You know what I mean? But
hey, that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, that's how it
next
goes.
time I have more time, and we'll let it run however long.
Yeah, no. After you win, we're fucking partying. Real talk. So let's get this dub, because I know I know you take training seriously. So, but after you win, we will party.
I'm down.
Drinks
Legit.
on this guy, right?
Yep. Drinks on me.
All right, later, bro.
All right, bro.
For sure.
Peace out. And no corny questions.
Peace.
All right.
No more.
Peace out. Later.
We got our man Robbie Clark here joining us via Zoom. He's in Canada, holding down the 6. What's cracking over there?
Nothing much, guys. How you doing?
Good. Is it cold? Is it cold in Canada? What's the weather like lately?
I mean, like I'm used to it. It's actually not that bad. Like it averages above 0 right now. So I'm still going for daily walks, audiobooks. And so, yeah, I was outside for an hour today. I wear a coat and like a toque. So, I mean, it's good, but it's probably +2 today. I think it's going to get to like -4 at some point this week. It's not bad.
What is that in American terms? I don't know what +2 means.
Oh, I don't know. What's 0 in Fahrenheit?
30? 30? Is that what it is?
Oh, 30. So it's fucking cold out there.
Yeah, it's like 30, 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Hey, now, how close do you live to Drake out there? I know you know Drake. Are you like 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away?
No, I'm in Oakville. I think he's got a place in Oakville too, but he's probably got a place everywhere. But he's Toronto, so I'm in like one of the suburbs, like 20 minutes out from Toronto.
Okay, so you're 20 minutes from Drake. Yeah, I wonder where he spends most of his time in Calabasas
Drake,
down here.
Canada's president.
Or Canada, yeah. Hey, well, big pay-per-view over the weekend, UFC 283 in Brazil. We got a new light heavyweight champion, Jamal Hill. You guys watched the fights?
I did. I watched them. I had a good time. It was pretty fun. Good card.
Yeah.
Long. I watched all the prelims too. I was like, this is like 7 hours, but it was good.
Yeah, Robbie's been watching UFC since '99, so you watch. You're a hardcore fan here.
I'm that guy pissing off the friends because I want to, like, if we go to the events live, I want to be there, for the first fight. But typically I get in there for earlier prelims when the arena's empty.
Robbie likes to show up to the arena at 4 p.m.
Well, what's weird about this card is if you'd showed up at 4 p.m., it would have been an empty arena, and if you had stayed till the end of the fights, it would have been an empty arena. Because I don't know if you saw that, but after Glover lost and when Jamal Hill got crowned, the arena was just totally empty. You might as well have been watching a prelim fight.
Yeah, they're the most diehard fans in the sport for sure. Like, they're unforgiving to the opponents.
Yeah, but Glover's retirement speech, there was all the Brazilian fans were gone. Kind of disappointing, but still a good fight.
Not for me. Disappointing if you're a snowflake. Look, they were mad their Brazilian didn't win and they got the fuck out of there. So I ain't tripping on the Brazilian fans. They got to do what they got to do. But no,
I'm not talking any shit about the Brazilians ever.
Yeah, no, I like their style. They were Palpatine Moreno. Like, I saw a bunch of different blogs on Instagram complaining, "Oh, you disrespectful Brazilian fans. How can you throw stuff?" And bro, they're just rowdy. They're lit. They're having a good time. Yeah, and Moreno didn't hurt. He was shielded by UFC security. It was all good.
He was also laughing too. He seemed he was enjoying it.
Open beer, no heavy objects. We're good.
Yeah, just some beer splashes ain't too bad. But I saw a few different blogs like clowning on the Brazilian fans. I didn't like that. I was like, yo, let them do their thing. That's the beauty of going down to Brazil and having a pay-per-view there. You get to
see their passion firsthand.
Yeah, you get to deal with those type of fans.
That's why inside fighting's good everywhere.
Yeah, right. But we did have a guy down there. Timmy killed it. Timmy Shoes. He brought in great content. He got us an interview with Glover Teixeira. He got Renato Moicano. That was a great interview. Moicano was talking shit on Conor. Said Conor's never coming back. Conor's done. Timmy, he actually shot some good footage of Jose Aldo and Verdum talking.
Yeah, there was basically because Aldo was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if it's an official induction, but it was announced that he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he made the Hall of Fame class, so the official induction will be in Vegas probably this July.
Yeah.
So
and Verdum gave him some props backstage, and Timmy got some footage of it. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, then
I wonder if is Verdum in there yet? And it's always cool to see that because they never tell the fighters before they're doing it, so it catches them off guard. And obviously, Jose was a little emotional, but that was good to see.
That's what we got a research guy for.
That's right.
Don't worry about it, brother.
That's right. Looking it up as we speak.
Verdum, is he in the UFC Hall of Fame? But let's start with that first fight on the main card. Paul Craig versus Johnny Walker. If you watch our gambling show, our advice was to take Paul Craig. He obviously lost, so whoever listened to us, they did lose money, but that's fine. We're not going to be 100%. But Johnny Walker's on a 2-fight win streak now. Do you think he's back in his groove, Robbie, or what do you think? Jesse, what do you think?
I think Kavanaugh was a good home for him. I think if you listen to Kavanaugh, so he's so explosive and good, and Paul Craig is an outlier. Like, he's not supposed to win a lot of these fights, and he's just he catches people. Like, he was on a bit of a skid, and you look at the names he's beat, you're like, my God, if he gets it to the ground, he's got the ability to beat everyone. I saw he's working on his stand-up. He's got a new stand-up coach, but I mean, that's where that's where it gets difficult fighting. Why am I forgetting his name?
Paul Craig?
No, not Paul Craig.
Johnny Walker?
Brazilian.
Johnny Walker.
Thank you, sorry. Yeah, Johnny Walker's just so unbelievably athletic that if he dials it in and doesn't get too crazy and wild, like, I knew that'd be tough. He'd have to get it to the ground, but I figured with such long limbs, if Craig got it to the ground, he was going to wrap something up because Johnny gets a little sloppy, but he looked composed. And that power he generated with one leg up was crazy. So Johnny, if he can keep himself composed, is a dangerous guy, but he needs to not get clipped and he needs to keep it, composed.
It was a very unique TKO, the way that he did it while being held onto. He's just sort of hammer fisting him. Very, very strange looking knockout. But Speaking of his long limbs, much is made about his celebration after the fights. He does the worm, and he previously didn't. He broke his shoulder on a previous celebration, and they were talking about it while he's doing the worm. Is that something that he needs to get rid of? I think it's pretty cool to see that he still is like down to do it, but I don't know. I remember like Cody Bellinger dislocating his shoulder in the NLCS a couple of years ago, and it's like these celebrations.
Well, what Johnny used to do is salute, and then he'd go bam and fall right on the ground, like real hard, and that's how he popped it out. Now you can see this time he kind of lays down. There's nothing really dangerous about doing the worm. I mean, I can't do it. The fact that he's so athletic and you do it, but it looks good. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It was the way he used to fall down. He used to purposely go like boom, drop like a rock, and then do the worm. That was a little silly, but. You can do whatever you want. It's a lot more disrespectful things than the worm, for sure. So.
You don't want to do the worm for us right now, Robbie? See if you got it.
Yeah, my back might give it. So it might be dangerous for me to do it, but yeah.
By the way, last time he did the worm, he lost 4 of his next 5 fights. So maybe Jesse's right. He should just play it safe.
Yeah.
Fuck the worm.
Find a new routine.
That's a stat I needed to back me up there. No, I thought Johnny Walker looked really good. It was a good fight. I picked Paul Craig, but it's only because I was going off of the fact that he beat Ankalaev and the guy fighting for the title, Jamal Hill. So it was like, I thought he had a chance against Johnny Walker. But
it was an emotional pick for me, though, because I wanted it. Like, I like seeing those guys. He pulls off some weird wins. And like I said, you beat Jamal Hill. He pulls some things out of his ass, and I was like, maybe he can do it here too. He's fun to watch, and he's very respectful. Even in loss, he was almost too nice. And I like him.
The first 3 fights on the main card, the Brazilians were dominant, because after that it was Andrade, and she was really good against Lauren Murphy. Woo. But that was probably the easiest fight to pick. I think we'd all agree we would have all picked Andrade. No surprise there.
Yeah, she wants a rematch with Wei Li, but I mean, she looks way better. She's still got to fix, like, all of her punches are hooks, and Lauren Murphy's kind of like, she's so tough, too tough for her own good, but she's 39, a veteran. She's not getting better, so that's kind of the way I saw it going. Andrade looked composed, though. I just don't know if that, like, at the top level, if it's going to be enough now, just because she's definitely better and improved and more composed and better at the lighter weight classes, but it's all hooks. And, you come down. I don't know if that's enough for Wei Li, because she's got her on strength too. Wei Li might even be stronger than her. That's crazy. So,
right.
It'd be nice. Not many challengers out there. She's probably the best at that division outside of the champion.
Yeah.
Who has Andrade lost to? She lost to Rose, or?
She lost the decision to Rose. She lost to Wei Li. She got dominated by Wei Li, but she just got caught early. Like, it'd be a more competitive fight if we saw it again, for sure. And I don't think there's much else out there. I'd love to see Rose back in there. Shouldn't have taken that grappling match. She got tapped out pretty quick. She's not, her grappling's better for MMA. She's a stand-up fighter, right? But I'd like to see Rose get back in there. Joanna is saying she might come back. Joanna and Andrade might be another good fight, but we'll see. I think Andrade wants to go for the belt, and I don't think there's a more worthy person at this point.
Yeah, I like Andrade. She's just so, physical specimen. I like to see a yoked out, buff woman like that, because I like the way she fights. She's just so physical and strong, and I think she. A
lot of those Brazilian females are physical and strong.
Yeah.
So,
what's another? Obviously Cyborg. Probably the most physical and strong of all time. Even Amanda Nunes. Yeah, they're all, like you said it right. Yeah, they're all physical and strong. They can all definitely fuck up Jesse, that's for sure.
That's not something I need answered. I'm not even gonna try to answer that question.
Fuck up a lot of guys.
Yeah, so, yeah. I have absolutely no insecurities with saying that Amanda Nunes or Jessica Andrade could fuck me up. That's totally fine.
Props. Hey, now in the co-main event, we had Brandon Moreno.
Well, really quick, we do got to give a shout out. Gilbert Burns winning in his hometown was also on the main card. Right. We did pick Neil Magny, but that was a very dominant submission victory for Gilbert, so shout out to him as well. But yeah, so the first
Super
3
dominant.
fights, Brazilians won.
Yeah, another one more. They really came to life that night. Another one I did, I wanted Magny kind of to win just because I'm like, oh, throws a curveball and some things. But, I knew that was a bad matchup for him. And Neil Magny keeps calling out these guys that are just terrible style matchups for him. Kudos to him for doing that. But it's where are you going to beat this guy in a 3-round fight? I thought there's no way. I thought Gilbert's definitely going to be able to take him down. He's got really fast hands. I just thought, maybe 5-round. He sometimes wins, a stamina contest. But I'm like, these style matchups, Chimaev, he's calling out Chimaev. It's
yeah.
And then Gilbert, Gilbert doesn't use his jiu-jitsu enough. He probably will now. And it's like, I don't see where I wanted him to win, but I didn't see where he was going to win. And he's not going to knock him out. Like, so, yeah.
After the fight, Gilbert called out two people. He either wants Colby Covington, he wants to do a season of tough, he wants to be one of the coaches, or he wants a rematch with Chimaev. You think he can get it done in the rematch versus Chimaev?
I mean, I think that was a great fight.
Right.
Nice little 5-round war. Gilbert is tough for anybody. He's just got one of those, like first of all, he's difficult to knock out. That fight with Usman, he made it tough for Usman too, and Usman got it. But I think that might have been, I don't want to say the peak of Usman, but Usman's getting up there in age. He's really injured. We'll see how he does against Leon. I think he could beat Leon again, but he is going to be in England, so we'll see. And that does something to your confidence. I mean, we'll see. It'll be a good fight. Usman's still a beast, but like I said, Gilbert's tough for anybody. Gilbert's no easy match. He looked like in the first round of Chimaev, he was trying to see, is this guy a god or not? And then once he got his groove, I mean, he's just ready to go to war with anybody. So I don't think there is a fight that can make Gilbert look easy. I think the Kobe fight is going to be a great fight. I kind of rather see that because I wanted to see Kobe back in the mix, you know?
Yeah, what's going on with Kobe? We haven't heard from him since.
We don't know. I mean, Gilbert in the post-fight presser said that if you're not going to fight by March, because he pointed out Colby hasn't fought since March of 2022. So if we get to March, excuse me, and Colby still has not fought, he should relinquish his ranking, I think is what he said. Yeah. So that's probably not going to happen. But
yeah, he's really worried about that ranking spot. I don't think he needs to be. Everybody knows Gilbert's in the mix, and it really doesn't matter. They're going to put a number 4 against number 1 if he's going to sell better, right? So Gilbert's definitely in the mix. He could fight for the belt at any time and make it competitive. I think Gilbert might be Leon too. Like Leon's really, really good. But styles make fights, and if he can get, I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Leon hasn't been super active either. He almost got finished by Nate in that final round. But
Dante, how old is Gilbert Burns?
He did it when it counts, round 5, right? So against Usman. So I can't take anything away from Leon, but I think there's a lot of tough matchups for Leon out there because there's a lot of grapple heavy guys.
Right.
I'm looking at the rankings here in top 5. You got the champion Leon, then you got Usman, Colby, Hazmat, Bilal, Gilbert. I'm not really too impressed with any of them except for Chimaev and Leon. I think that's the cream of the crop is the champ Leon. And Chimaev.
Bilal looked really good against top prospect Brady. I thought that was
Bilal, he's looking good.
Now that I say that, and you're only as good as your last fight, right? But when he was fighting Leon, he was losing that fight. But like I said, he looked so good against Brady, and Khabib in his corner, he looked like he had a different. That felt like Bilal coming into his own. If he's in his prime, he's in his prime right now, Bilal. So now would be the toughest time to fight Bilal.
Who gets the title shot first, Bilal or Chimaev?
I mean, Chimaev, people are saying he's looking big as fuck right now. So I don't I would, people can be mad if he does that, but at the same time, it's like, well, he did beat Gilbert. Say what you will, some people thought Gil won. I thought Chimaev had the edge in that, but it was a really close fight. I mean, that's going to sell. Right now we got Leon and them, but Chimaev's going to have to make the weight. He was 160, 177 pounds his last weight.
If you're Dana White, who are you giving the title shot next? Who's facing the winner of Leon Usman?
I think Chimaev. I think maybe you do Kobe's got to be in the mix to fight somebody, and whoever beats Kobe, if they beat Kobe, they do that. Otherwise, if Kobe wins, they're going to put Kobe in there again. Bilal's right there, but Bilal has to beat a guy like Kobe or Gilbert in order to get that shot. That's how I see it. They could potentially do the Leon rematch with Bilal if he were to get by Usman, but he's going to need to beat somebody else because they're going to want him to beat one of those names because Kobe probably draws more attention than Gilbert, but Gilbert's like an animal. If you beat Gilbert, it's like, yeah, okay, you can fight anybody, clearly, right? So.
Right. Well, I think it should be Chimaev. I think Chimaev should get the winner of Leon Usman. But
I think it will. That's a quick road to the belt, but yeah, I think that is realistic. He beat Gilbert, and he's a draw, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now to the co-main event. What do you guys make of it?
Moreno wins the quadrilogy. Obviously, it ends on kind of a disappointing note, although it was a great performance by Moreno. What did you make of the finale? I actually thought Moreno kind of sealed the deal. I don't think there was really much else to take from it. Even though, it was kind of like he kind of got his eye with his knuckle a little bit. I think it was fair play. I think that was a pretty solidified stamp on that quadrilogy.
I got respect for both of these guys. I think Figueiredo looked like shit. He just like nothing. He didn't come in. It was like he was defeated before he was in there, or the weight cut took it out of him. I'm not sure what it is. I hope he does a lot better at 135 because he looked unstoppable before this Brendan Moreno thing. And, it's the only guy he's fought since he was 32 years old. So maybe he'll be refreshed at 35, but he didn't even look like not that he was scared. I don't think he was scared, but he didn't even look like he was in that fight at all. I think he looked like shit. Needs to move up and because he's obviously a spectacular fighter and very athletic, but that was not a good showing. Worst showing ever for him.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think the weight cut took it out of him because, he's been talking about, even before the fight, he was talking about how he's moving up to bantamweight. And when you're talking about the weight so much, like you're harping on the weight, there's weight issues there. I think he was drained and, he's probably better off at 135.
At 135.
Let's match him up versus the winner of Cody Garbrandt's next fight. Main event, we got a new champion at 205. Are you impressed with Jamal Hill?
Yeah, I am. I think there's a lot of interesting style matchups for him. I think you saw Alex Pereira stare him down. I think it's a very interesting match. Now, it's a little premature to talk about that because Pereira is still at 185, but he looked bigger than Turner. And it seems like that's what they're aiming for. Like Glover's like, I'm going to train, Pereira. And the way he was kind of saying it makes me seem like Pereira is getting the better of him in training camp. And it's, he's a stud at stand-up. But a lot of interesting matchups out there. Glover was catching him, and Glover is 43. Like, we got to keep that in mind. So I think that I think there's a lot of tough matchups up there for, light heavyweight belt. All respect to him, but it might be up in the air the next couple of years. It might change hands a few times. And I don't know if he could get better, but I don't know if he's got that John Jones, that Usman, or type legacy. We'll see though.
You don't see Jamal Hill going on any type of streak like defending his title. I don't either.
I shouldn't, like, he hasn't lost outside of that crazy one with our boy
Paul Craig.
Paul Craig. So, but we'll see. You never know, right? He's got a lot to prove to live up to something like that.
His grappling, I think, did surprise some people because that was a lot of people were pointing out the takedown defense was remarkably improved. And to be honest, I sort of expected that fight to play out the way it was. And I think that's a good point about Glover's age. Like, Yuri is...
Who's Glover? Yeah, he's never been an amazing takedown artist. Yeah. He took down Anthony Smith, a bunch of times in that fight, drowned him out. But like he's not a wrestler. He's a Brazilian striker who's brought on his grappling in later years. So,
and plus, if you
saw, he looked good.
If you saw Yuri's post-fight message to Jamal Hill, congratulating him and then telling him that he's coming for the belt, it was not only a great video and a great call out, but it was also a very meme-worthy video that got a lot of funny memes on Twitter. If you want to go take a look at that, I'm not going to say why, but go ahead and take a look at it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
why did it get memes?
Because he looks over the camera and says, "I'm coming," and then it turned into a sex meme. So
hey, real quick, Yuri or Jamal Hill? Robbie.
Yuri.
Jesse?
Dude, I love Jamal Hill.
That's a good match. That's a really good match. I don't know. Yuri, not the Yuri that showed up against Glover last time, though. It was too competitive. Is that Yuri? Jamal will come in. I don't know. There's something a little bit off. If he comes back like he was looking before, then Yuri could take that. I don't know. It's a tough fight.
I just want to go on record. I think Jamal Hill will remain champion. I think he beats Yuri. I think he beats Ankalaev. I think Pereira eventually moves up and becomes a Brazilian double champ, and Jamal Hill will lose his strap to Pereira. And like everyone's talking about, like you said, Pereira was dogging him and eyeing him. I think he'll avenge Glover's loss.
Especially
if he catches you. Glover was catching him, right, with those overhands when they were in close. And if you get caught with Pereira, it's lights out.
Especially if Pereira wins the rematch with Izzy, if they do that first, then I think Pereira will just move up to light heavyweight at that point, mostly. Like you pointed that out.
Yeah.
Hey, I do love Jamal Hill. Sorry, I just want to say this really quick. When it comes to Jamal Hill, I'm very simple when it comes to being a sports fan. My mother was from Michigan, and she spent some time growing up in Grand Rapids, which is where Jamal Hill is from. So for me personally, like big, massive love for that. So I'll root for Jamal Hill every day of the week as long as he is the title contender.
Hey, Robbie Clark. Well, thanks for joining us. You're the man. Check us out on InsideFighting.com, our Instagram. We'll catch up with you next week. And
thanks, guys.
Hold down Canada for the rest of us.
I will.
Peace, brother.
Later, bro.
Sunshine.